and see. Excellent. Here we go. Wonderful. All right. So we are live streaming. I'll just continue to let people in. I was hearing, oops, there we go. I figured that would happen. I was hearing from a couple people they were having trouble with the link getting in. So we will just get started. It is Friday night. It is the night before the super new moon and the lunar new year happening. So it's been, I just keep saying, oof, it's been a week. It's been incredible in a lot of ways if we can sort of embrace the emotions and the energy that has been coming about this week. The beauty of working with people is that I seem to have had this conversation a few times in that the things that are kind of happening this week, they seem intense. They seem, and again, you know, if I wasn't sort of going through this myself, I probably wouldn't realize as much, but I know a lot of you guys are on the exact same journey, and it's no coincidence that we're here tonight. We get to begin again once more. This is exactly it. So it's like for a lot of people, this was New Year. All of the crystal gritters and the cosmic influencers and the psychics and the people that are really, really connected to Earth's grid and all this kind of stuff have been really sort of saying the same thing. And it's been all about, this is actually kind of like the real new year for people that have been on a path of ascension. We had this new year happening, but it almost felt sort of surreal, like Christmas and New Year were on this timeline that we almost kind of skimmed over, skated through somehow. And now the reality of the new year is really setting forth. And the new energy that's coming with this new year is kind of cool in that it's showing us if we will just sort of put a little bit more effort in, not, you know, masculine, like do, got to be doing a million things, but actually going into, you know, what we're really in alignment with by seeing this truly by the contrast that's been created over the last couple of weeks for us. And man, has there been some contrast. There has been some big feelings from people where it's been really intense, so much so that I find everyone kind of saying like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just don't want to be feeling that anymore. Like this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel good. I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm really just ready to shift this in a way that I've never felt ready to shift this before. And this is truly happening so that just like pre-New Year's, we could sort of see in real time, in reality, what we have been manifesting still, even the things that we don't necessarily want to. And so the beauty of the way the planetary and cosmic alignments are all working out is that as of basically just a couple days ago, we were just kind of talking about this a little bit before I started recording, that Mercury is now no longer in retrograde. Mars is no longer in retrograde. Uranus is no longer in retrograde. In fact, we have absolutely no planets in retrograde right now. And that is a huge energetic shift for a lot of people who are sensitive to these kind of energies, who really feel those pushes and pulls when things are in retrograde versus going direct. And so what has been happening really over the last 6 months is a lot of onion layers. A lot of layers have been coming up to be peeled away, to be recognized, to be seen, to be worked through. And once these planets are all sort of direct, what happens is we have this incredible shift where we're no longer being pulled directly into the past. However, there are some really clear things that are coming up for us, left, right, and center, it seems, that are showing us these not so much cosmic influences and old past things, but patterns that we really are truly ready to shift in a way that it's almost like we've never wanted to shift so bad in our lives. Like we're experiencing this contrast so that we can truly see what it is that, hello Heather, welcome. Um, so we're able to actually see for real, not just as lessons or a lesson, or not just, oh, here we go again, but to really, really be seeing on a deeper level the things that we're ready to actually embrace, the things that we're ready to actually align with, the things that we're actually really ready to not repeat anymore, not even have in our lives anymore. And it's been really cool because in talking to people who don't even really understand anything about any of this cosmic stuff or even retrogrades, they're like going through really major life shifts at the moment. And it's all for the greater good, it's all for the betterment of themselves. It's all in this energy of self realization, self responsibility. I talked a little bit last week about coming into the energy of our higher selves, this awakening that's happened. It's big. It's a real thing. It's not just woo woo stuff where it's like, oh yeah, I'm shifting. I've learned my lesson. It's like, no, just in case you were a little bit unsure, we're gonna kind of put it right in your face so that you can really see what this contrast is of what it is that you're really not intending to manifest. Because when we do look at reality or what's going on around us, it's a direct mirror of where our frequency is, where our vibration is, where we are actually manifesting, whether it be wanted or unwanted. And one of the cool things that sort of dripped in for me was the fact that I always felt like my friends that do this crystal earth gridding and that are very in tune and literally creating worlds where they're spending hours gridding into Earth's energy. What occurred to me is that we all are consistently gridding into Earth's energy, because when we feel something, when we have emotions about something, we are emanating that energy into the world, into as a collective, right? And so it's almost like if our thoughts and our vibrations, kind of like I was talking about last week with the Care Bear stare, that what we really care about, what we really, are feeling from our heart is what's kind of going out into the world. And I almost had this vision of us actually having these thoughts, these creations going on in our mind, whether it be a creation that's consistent of a pattern that we used to have of, say, scarcity, or of not belonging, or of being insignificant, or needing to be perfect, all of these sort of feelings and really strong emotions. They're going out and they're creating a world. We're gridding this into the universe. This is how the law of attraction works, right? So if we are beating ourselves up still, if we're having a little bit of that negative self-talk, and I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people are actually like having full out conversations with themselves. There's serious voices going on in the head telling them things, telling them whether it's ego mind or whether it's soul is what we need to discern to listen to. But there's been these strong voices, these strong pulls, these strong messages kind of coming in one way or the other. And knowing and being aware of these frequencies that we are technically literally gridding into the earth is giving us the opportunity to see exactly where we are meeting up with the universe. So it's almost like a thought is creating a little block. So if you were to imagine a computer program that your mind and your vibrations are emitting or creating. It's almost like making this little, say like a Tetris comes to mind, where we have these little blocks and we're creating this, this little tiny little section, and it's continuing along, or it's rising up, or it's, creating blocks going down. Like, where are we creating these blocks? Because the one thing is when we put a block down, another thought or another emotion that's just like it is going to go lay down right beside it. And then that's going to create that pattern. And then that's going to create that pattern. So we can be literally kind of zigzagging all over the place, making these little creations of crystal grids going into this earth of confusion. And so that's why it's so pertinent and important to be aware of our thoughts and how it is that we are creating these worlds, and what kind of lines we're putting down, what kind of energy is collecting other energy. Because at the end of the day, the amount of energy that we've laid down, even about a subject, when we ask, how do you feel about whether it's relationships or abundance or your career, or however we're literally feeling about that, those thoughts that we're having, they're going to collect more and more like thoughts joining into it. So if we're literally, it's what we believe, right? We can have thoughts, but it's what we truly believe that's going to really kind of create these crystalline grids that are becoming a part of the Earth's matrix, the energy, the collective energy that we have. And so I always kind of say to try and sprinkle some unicorns and rainbows in there a little bit, turn them up a smidge, notice the frequency that's emitting, because the frequency that we're emitting is going to draw the frequency out from the earth that's going to bring more thoughts to it that are just like that. So being very cognizant, being very aware of this, especially when we're going through a lot of shifts or when we're going through a lot of contrast, can make it a little bit difficult to collect the right amount of thoughts to create the right amount of traction that you want to have to be moving in the right direction. And so one thought leads to another thought's going to collect that thought, and the amount of time that we spend on those thoughts collectively is going to really end up kind of creating where we're going in the end. So when we can make a little bit of I love that picture. That's actually a unicorn shooting a rainbow out of its ass. That is fabulous. I love it. That's so good. I need to find that sticker. That is us, right? We can, I think we can verify how quickly we can go downhill really quick in the amount of thoughts and the collections of thoughts that we have, that can bring us to a space where we really know we just don't want to be. And what ends up happening is we go to bed with all that, and we kind of wake up with all that too. We get this bit of a reset. And so when we take a few minutes at the end of the night to kind of clear out the crud, to shoot some rainbows and unicorns out when we can, to sort of clear the field, getting into being grateful, getting into the thoughts of, instead of maybe beating yourself up for not doing enough that day, you can be really happy and grateful that you were actually able to take some time and do some healing on your own. There's a lot of people that are feeling like we should be being out there and being social, but in fact, what is really going to benefit them is being alone, spending a little bit of time going inside, spending a little bit of time not running from anything, but in fact running towards ourselves and really diving on in, which is kind of a scary thing, especially for people that really are used to being busy, that are used to sort of caring for others. When we say, you need to slow down a little bit, a lot of people are thinking, well, geez, I've even heard if I was going any slower, I'd be at a full stop. Like, I thought that I had slowed it down, but in fact, when we really look at things, they're still doing a whole bunch of little things that are just distracting them still from the true path, from actually doing the things that we know we need to do, doing the things that are really important, like the self-care, the paying attention to what it is that your needs are asking for, what sort of needs you need to be met, And are we actually doing that? And it always goes back to the basics, doesn't it? It goes back to, really, are we getting enough sleep? Are we eating and drinking right? Are we moving our body? Are we getting into nature? Are we meditating a little bit? Are we doing the things? And so when we're a little bit out of balance, we can kind of go back to these, these main 5 or 6 things that we know we need to be doing. And there's still so many days, so many times where those things are kind of put to the wayside. So it's like, now that these planets are no longer in retrograde, there's nothing dredging up past memories anymore. We get to really check ourselves a little bit, because now is the time that we get to recognize and understand that if things are still showing us a lot of contrast, if things are still kind of being thrown in our face to be dealt with, to be seen, to be understood, that this may well be the patterns more so than the planetary influences that we have really been taught and really are kind of ready to let go of. So one of the things that we're going to do in our meditation tonight is we're going to tap a little bit into Kundalini energy. Now, with Kundalini energy, you guys have probably heard me talk about this before. But one of the things that's really beautiful about Kundalini energy is that when it is ready to awaken, when we are ready to truly embrace our higher purpose, our spirit, when we're ready and we understand on a full basis how we are energy and how we are connected to everyone and everything out there, even galactically, intergalactically, planetarily. There's so many different worlds out there. When we're actually ready to kind of embrace and understand that a little bit, this energy can become unlocked in the body and can enable us to really embrace our true spirit, our true soul's purpose, our true calling. And I mean, let's face it, we all have a greater calling, or we wouldn't even be here tonight. We wouldn't be exploring these things. We wouldn't be asking these questions. And perhaps it's just, the people that I'm around, but maybe you've also noticed that people really are kind of ready to make a big shift right now. They're ready to embrace their true spiritual selves. They're ready to embrace this life that they know that they're meant here for. Because, I mean, life is short, right? We understand that. A lot of us have even been seeing the contrast of losing people around this time, or even being reminded of people that we've lost around this time. A lot of us are experiencing things where we're understanding that it is a true gift to be awake every day and be able to consciously create this life that we want. And if we actually believe it, if we actually believe that we are meant for more, and that if we hold this vibration, if we enjoy this journey just a little bit, if we don't stay so stuck on life will be better if I have this or that, we can actually really embrace living a life that we love right now, enjoying the little moments in life that bring us closer to enlightenment and bring us closer to the people that we love. There's so many people out there that have these huge abundance manifestations end up coming to fruition, or they come into this windfall of a huge amount of money, say, and if they're not ready for it, it either disappears very quickly or they're really still not happy. So the key to living a happy life isn't necessarily about having something that will make life better, but literally enjoying that journey along the way. So spending a moment every morning asking how you can actually, enjoy this day to its absolute fullest, how you can pay attention to the things that need paying attention to, and put a little more effort into those things that really will propel us forward, into those aligned actions that will make the bigger difference. That end result of having all of that, whatever it is, will come about in sometimes the most beautiful ways that we never ever expected. Sometimes, in fact, we stay too tied to the, well, it's going to be this that's going to bring that. And by focusing so much on that, we're actually shutting down the real magic of true manifestation and true allowance of letting something like that into our lives. So with having none of these planets in retrograde anymore pulling us back, it's kind of like the curtain is being opened, the true reveal of what's underneath is here to allow us to see in the most sometimes profound ways, sometimes the most beautiful ways, sometimes the most difficult ways, right? Some of these contrasts that have been coming up lately have made us really have to take a good look at the way things are and the way things are going and the way we're really manifesting things. Because if you think about it, to truly have the opposite of what it is that we don't want, which is exactly what we do want, we kind of need almost that reminder or that vision per se of what it is that we're really clear that we don't want. We can actually probably look back on a time already in just the last few months that was like pretty eye-opening. You know, some of these things that have come up, they've been pretty emotional for the very reason that it's pretty emotional because we don't want it. It's pretty emotional because it's showing us that contrast. It's really emotional because it's really strong in showing us exactly what it is that we're going for. And this is kind of the beauty of being able to slow down and recognize that, not just have knee-jerk reactions to these things that we don't want and blame others. And this is where we actually kind of get the time to take some accountability and know that this wouldn't be happening if we weren't going to be having a big, huge shift and we weren't going to be experiencing the exact opposite shortly now, because we've seen very, very clearly those things that don't feel good. So that's one of the ways to, of course, know that you're in alignment, is if it's feeling good. And so what do? We go more for these things that make us feel good, not just having a whole bunch of money and being able to buy whatever it is that you want, but actually enjoying that time with people that are the closest to you, making the most of each day, making the most of each moment, splitting your day up into sections where you actually really try and sort of shoot for the moon with every section. Even if you kind of blow one section, you can literally just start over again. I had a friend of mine actually say, she's not a coach, but she's super enlightened and just a beautiful soul. And we were having this conversation because she too was having huge epiphanies just about, what it is that she really does want, by noticing the things that really just don't fit anymore. Some of these blocks that were laid down that are just, not where she wants to be headed. So she's starting to build some different blocks and moving things around. And she said, I kind of thought about it as, like, I always talk about the game of life and, knowing the rules. And she was saying how in the back of her head, every once in a while, she'll just be having this conversation in her head where she says, oh, so this is the game you want to play. Hey, we're playing this game right now. I don't think I want to play that game. I think I want to play this game instead, and literally just kind of choosing to alter the game, because we can. It's really as simple as a choice, making that choice to not stay in that and to actually even ask what it is that's being shown to you so that you can see. I've come up with some really big epiphanies over the last couple of weeks that have been really quite mind-blowing, some even a little bit hard to handle, but they're truths that have come up now because we're ready to see them. We're ready to understand them. We're ready to know these things about ourselves. We're ready to see where some of these patterns have come from, whether it was teachings, whether it was, we go back to certain things because we feel safe, even to a, um, it made me really think. I had hurt my shoulder a few weeks before Christmas, and it really made me think. It was interesting going back. I went to go back into my surgeon to kind of get him to tell me that I was going to heal up and that I didn't need to actually go in for surgery. That, I needed this kind of extra opinion. And when I went inside, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew the exact things I needed to take and to heal properly. All of that information was inside, yet still I was going to, a medical professional. It was good to have an x-ray and know that nothing was broken. Then I could kind of move forward, because it was like I was really wondering for a while how bad I really broke things in there. But knowing, just, with one little diagnostic test, knowing that I was going to be able to kind of come through this, just gave me the power, gave that power back. We can let, and I realized that as a kid, I broke so many bones. Like, I had 18 casts before I was ever 18, and a hospital was actually somewhere that I kind of felt safe. It was, um, someone was taking care of me there. I knew it was left up to the professionals. They had the tools to kind of know. And so it brought me right back to that feeling of being a kid and sort of needing that outside reassurance that no, nothing's broken. You can heal on your own. I'm a healer. Like, I knew deep down exactly what I needed to do for myself, but just going there, being in that situation, everything, it was just like this big aha moment. And even feeling that safety of being in a clinic and just kind of like, wow, this is not resonating for me anymore. That is a pattern that was from my childhood, that, I did feel a real safety there, but recognizing that was like, whoa, I never in a million years would have thought that that was something that I enjoyed, or something that I got some safety out of, or something that felt good to me, being in an actual medical clinic type scenario. But there was definitely some feelings and some emotions that came up, but it wasn't the same as always. It's kind of like I've been saying lately, even watching TV or watching a movie, it's different now. There's like this new filtered sort of version. And so this Kundalini energy has been just trickling in to my field, trickling into the work that's been happening over the last couple of weeks. So I felt it would be really powerful to do a little bit of a Kundalini energy awakening activation with you guys through our energy centers, but also with this gorgeous new moon energy that's happening, this new lunar cycle, to allow the meditation to take us into really planting the seeds that we want to, and not, planting a seed and standing there and expecting that it grow right away, but planting the seed with the intention of having these next few months to water it and nurture it and take care of it, and really, really sort of focus on building these worlds that we want to create versus staying stuck in those patterns. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people have found themselves just kind of going back into victim mode a little bit more than they would like this week, and having a harder time dredging themselves up from it. And one of the things that sort of again dripped in for me was, and especially even being there myself, because going along this journey with them, having some good cries and talking about this stuff really deeply, understanding what's going on with people and myself, and just as a collective. These things have been shown to us in a way that we're truly ready to see now, from a different light, a different perspective, in sort of a brand new way. And unlocking this energy, this Kundalini type energy, comes right down from the sacrum, right? Like right from our root chakra, right from this huge pelvic bone, this triangular sacral bone that holds our hips in place, holds our whole spine in place, takes a ton of pressure every day. If anyone knows about the power of eight, there's eight little holes in our sacrum that no one can really explain, just that nerves run through, that things have to go through to make our body actually function, to be able to walk, to be able to sit, to be able to shift, to be able to procreate, to do all of these things. This sacral area is so powerful. And so Kundalini actually comes from this Sanskrit coil type word. The kunda is like a coil that we almost imagine a serpent being coiled around. And then when you think about the caduceus, the the symbol that has the two serpents wrapped around the scepter, for medical, for creation, for energy, for, it's all about this kind of this serpent moving up this tree of life, which is up the spine. And being an energy worker, understanding how much energy can be kind of locked up in that root, in that core, this just felt like the absolute perfect time to be able to open all this up and just move right into this with you guys. And just, I really wanted to just kind of give a great energy session tonight and just allow this beautiful meditation to occur so that we could really make the most of this energy that's happening tomorrow with the new moon, so you guys can go outside and do a little new moon type ritual. I've got cinnamon going everywhere. I've got it in every diffuser. We're putting it on our hands. It's cinnamon's just an amazing oil and frequency for new moon type manifestation. It's all about kind of connecting to your light body, connecting to manifestation and abundance. So embracing that, my body's already starting to release, just getting into the movement of drawing us into this energy of the serpent sitting at the bottom of that root chakra. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to open up our third eye a little bit. If you guys have been having some crazy dreams, some crazy lucid dreams, this is a good indication that you're ready for a bit of a Kundalini awakening. The dreams that I've been having, I know, especially over the last couple of months, have been so insane that it's almost like you don't even know if you're dreaming or not. And then now I know I'm dreaming, so I'm almost like, I almost want to sleep more so that I can dream more, because it's just been so amazing. Some of these dreams, the people that are coming out in them, I dreamt of a baby the other day, and then got this teaching sort of get downloaded today about being this child with this blank slate right now, just being able to kind of create what it is that we want for the first time, with intention that I've never felt before, with strength that I've never felt before, with inner wisdom that's never come in the way it has before. I mean, if you guys think about it, have you ever wanted or felt the urgency for such clarity in your life? And are you getting it? Is it happening for you? Is this clarity coming in ways of contrast that you have never fully experienced like this before, just so clearly, just so clearly? So being able to actually unlock this energy in the body, it's quite magical. And I've been feeling these purges, it's kind of like this, the last bit of wobble in my body has just been really clearing out this last week, to the point where I actually wasn't even feeling great. I can still feel like stuff kind of working its way out, just of the sinuses, like I'm sneezing a lot. There's a little bit of a cough. I'm not sick, but like it's definitely ascension symptoms where there's pain in certain areas. You guys may be feeling this too, like just weird pains in certain areas. It's to be paid attention to. These are all messages. If it's right side, it's likely physical. If it's shoulder, you're pushing too hard. You're trying to force things. You're trying to ram yourself through a door that's not, wanting to be open, whereas we could just stand back and let it open with just the right effort in the right areas, right? Forcing things. If it's kneecaps or if it's sacrum, they're both very much the the way we're sort of facing out to the world, what we're showing the world. So the sacrum is even, I get a little nerdy about it just because studying it through massage was so wild, because it's the last bone to disintegrate when a person has died. It's like the last one when they're conceived. It's one of the first ones to form. It's like this sort of magical bone. And so we're really going to center and focus some energy on there. And I know some people have even been having slight struggles with low back stuff and kind of feeling some discomfort in that area. And I really feel there's some energy locked up there that just needs to be released. My hands are getting nice and hot and sweaty just talking about it. So let's connect in the field. I love it. Runny nose. And a rack of essential oils fell into my forehead, just left my third eye. I don't know if you guys remember me telling the story about my husband like literally smacking his third eye on the shelf in the bathroom. Like, we're getting some serious messages, right? Like, if the essential oils are actually falling onto your face by your third eye, that's probably right. That's what you went to. I love that. This is like, we're being told things, but it's in ways we've never been told them before. It's like, holy smackers. Okay, I am listening. Which we're not always, right? Sometimes we're just like, oh my God. Sometimes, and I know poor Marjan here too, right? Literally, we've said this is like, how many concussions do we need? And it's always at a time where it's like knocking some sense into us. This happens. This literally happens over and over and over again sometimes, right? Oh, I love you, Heather. Thank you. There's these just innate teachings that we're getting right now, but they're just so profound. And if you feel like you're getting sucked down the rabbit hole, going into victim, reach out, because we all are experiencing some of this together, right? We need to sometimes know that we're not losing it, because we are all kind of going through this in the same way, in the same solar system, all of this energy. It's all happening for such a reason. So I'm feeling very blessed and very, very grateful to be here with you guys right now doing this. So let's touch into that third eye a little bit, shall we? Let's take our fingers. I'm going to have you guys put one hand on your belly button and one hand on your third eye. And we're going to literally tap the third eye. We're just going to hold the belly button. We're just going to hold it solid as we just gently start tapping our third eye. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And we're just going to kind of touch that third eye. And with every touch on the third eye, I want you to notice that it feels almost like a strobe light. It almost feels like a strobe light coming on. Every time you touch down on that third eye, it's like a flash. Just imagining in the back of your mind, from your pineal gland, from the middle of your brain, that when you touch your third eye with every gentle tap, that it is literally like a strobe light going on. And we're just going to tap it until our arm gets tired, till we feel like we're ready to just let it go. But we're going to breathe and we're just going to tap. Breathing in, expanding your belly button. So make your hand go out, press your hand out with every breath in. Make your hand travel out a little bit with that belly, and as you breathe out, imagine it literally just deflating, coming down towards your spine, towards your sacrum, just connecting with that area. And again, focusing on that strobe light feeling every time you touch down on your third eye. Just awakening some of that energy, allowing the third eye to open, be able to help us see these visions, to see these lessons, to see these worlds that we're creating one little block at a time. It's making my nose itchy. It's kind of neat. So when that arm starts to get tired, you can literally allow yourself to stop tapping yourself in the forehead. And I want you to just place your hands on your lap right now. And we're just going to focus on our breath. We're just going to focus on our breath going in and out of our body. And as we focus on our breath, I want you to just slow it down a little bit, just slowing down your breath to whatever's comfortable. Just allowing your body to relax with every breath out. And now I want you to imagine as though the energy of your body is directly connected to, it's like a fish tank filter. So I want you to imagine if you had a big fish tank filter that was sitting in your sacrum, a nice big one with a long tube of suction that would go down, right down deep into the sacrum. And this filter was maybe to just kind of be perched on top of it. Almost like your sacrum was like the back of a fish tank and the filter was just sitting there. I want you to imagine that you're taking the plug and you're plugging that filter in right now. That filter's kind of always been there to allow this water, this energy to kind of move through. But we're going to plug this filter in. So it's kind of like having a vacuum cleaner and just taking the vacuum cleaner and just moving it all around, but not actually plugging it in. We're going to plug in this fish filter that we have. It's innately built into our systems. It's always kind of there. And it's really cool inside. There's like these filter cartridges that have this carbon filter, this special filter that will actually filter out some of these old patterns, some of this old gook, some of this sludgy stuff that's been kind of sitting around at the bottom of the tank just because it hasn't been stirred around, or maybe we neglected it a little bit. We haven't cleaned it lately. I want you to imagine plugging in this filter and almost hearing the impeller start to spin in it. There's like a little tiny impeller that's on a magnet that just spins round and round. And it causes the water to be moved up through the little pipe on the bottom all the way into the chamber, and it goes flushing. It flushes all this water into the chamber and it flushes it through, and then it spills out over the top into the tank, into the body. So imagining that this fish filter is actually being able to filter this water into the body. But this water is actually energy, crystalline, beautiful, liquid plasma energy that's coming in down from the earth. So I want you to imagine as you plug this filter in that it's drawing deep down from the energy, all the way from your feet and all the way down even further, perhaps even from roots. You have plants like your feet are like aquarium plants that are planted down deep into the earth, and they're just drawing up the energy. Almost imagining that this water can start to move through this filter and in and through your body. So imagine as you're plugging in this filter, it's starting to prime. It's starting to move up, and I want you to imagine that it's all settling in around the root chakra right now. And I want you to also notice that the color red is apparent right now, where we can allow this energy center to start to increase the flow to it. Start to increase the amount of pressure moving from this lower sacral plexus, this lower root chakra, right down deep in your pelvis. Deep, deep down. Imagine some of that energy being stirred up, swirled around, and starting to move through the filter, almost like it's just cleansing and replacing it. And you can see it by the coloration of the energy that's moving through the filter. And I want you to imagine right now that this red color is actually moving through the fish filter itself that's perched upon your sacrum, and it's starting to just clean and clear all that energy, just allowing it to recirculate with your breath. And noticing your breath right now, allowing your breath to actually pull and draw more energy into that filter to be cleansed. And literally asking this filter, this superconscious filter, to clean and clear any of these old patterns that you've been stuck in, any of these old things that maybe you're actually really ready to let go of. Perhaps it's self-talk, perhaps it's teachings that you know you were taught as a child that really no longer serve you, things that have been brought to the light lately. Ooh, just had a big energy shift in my ears. All on the left side, angels are coming in, getting some good energy coming in to help us heal. And just noticing this red coloration start to get a little brighter, start to get a little cleaner. It starts to look a little less dark. Almost like beautiful, clear, filtered red water that's moving down. And I want you to imagine this red color moving all down through your legs and your hips and your pelvis. And I want you to actually relax all the muscles on the next breath out. Letting all those muscles let go as if you were allowing yourself to truly release everything from your body. And just imagining almost like a red circle moving through, spinning, cleaning, clearing, transmuting, balancing, and opening up that whole root center to allow you to love, to allow your sexual energy to start flowing again, to allow the freedom of choice, to allow the freedom from fear, to allow the freedom of safety to start to occur in your pelvis. And imagine now with your breath, with every single breath, pumping and priming that water up a little bit more into your body. And allow a beautiful orange color to start to settle into your lower back, into your lower pelvis, into your lower abdomen, in all of those organs. The colon moving into the liver and the gallbladder and all those organs, the uterus, all your reproductive organs, just allowing this orange coloration to start coming through the fish filter. And imagine just asking this filter to clean up all the gunk that's deep down. Imagine if you allowed yourself to believe in yourself. Imagine if. What if you just allowed yourself to know the truth, to see the truth, and take a nice deep breath in. And just imagine this filter cleaning, clearing, transmuting, opening, recalibrating everything in your sacral plexus as it just moves through, cleaning that area, noticing any gurgles in the colon, noticing things moving and relaxing through that area. And with the next breath out, I want you to imagine relaxing all the muscles in and around that area, relaxing your colon from the inside, relaxing your kidneys and your adrenals from the back. And accepting right now that there is no one that's going to save you. I'm just getting this really clearly, that we are the ones that can save ourselves. We are the only ones that can save ourselves. We are very accustomed to someone coming in and saving us, something coming in and saving us. Taking our power back means understanding that we are the ones that make the choice to save us every day, and that we can believe. And allowing right now the yellow coloration to come up into the solar plexus as we start to come to the understanding that power was always within us, and this is what we're being called to truly learn. And allow your next breath to push this beautiful yellow energy in through your fish filter, And notice that, the inside, you can actually see stuff getting stuck in that filter. These things are not meant for being in your body anymore. This filter is catching it all. It's collecting all the gunk. You can literally just take it out, throw it after, and throw it out and put a brand new one in without all that gunk. And just imagine that filter collecting all of the things that are no longer serving us in these energy centers. And notice if you're starting to hear a little bit of a frequency shift in your ears, if you're starting to feel those lower energies start to relax a little bit, imagine that energy just moving through. This beautiful yellow color starting to fill up your belly, right underneath your rib cage, your diaphragm, where all of that tension lies. And imagine all of that fascia, all of that connective tissue underneath that belly starting to release. And expand your belly as you breathe in that gorgeous yellow light that's coming in and up the filter and being filtered through and coming out as an even brighter, more clean, clear, transmuted, upgraded, recalibrated, energetic light that's washing through, just creating the perfect soil for these beautiful seeds that we're going to be planting. These beautiful seeds that we're going to be consciously creating and putting together in our heart as we move into some green, some gorgeous green energy. And imagine this fish filter just pulling up green energy from the earth and allowing it to come into our bodies, cleansing, cleaning, transmuting, recalibrating, re-energizing, redefining our heart centers with new boundaries, with new energies, with new allowances of love that we really truly feel we deserve. And feeling it as we emit that love out to others. Imagine putting a little effort into love, loving ourselves, loving our neighbors, loving our friends, loving our partners, loving our kids, loving our pets, loving strangers. I had someone today who I just moved out of the way for, and he told me at the end to have a great day, and I just felt it. He looked like someone that probably just crawled out of a street corner, but he told me to have just a great day, and I just thought, you too, and we just connected on such a level. It was a total stranger, and it was just beautiful today. And I know he felt it too. Just imagine being able to open up your heart to yourself. If we're not opening our hearts to others, we're not opening it to ourselves, and it's a direct reflection. It's showing us exactly what we can shift, what we can change, and allow this green light to start to brighten as this filter is flooding in this gorgeous, beautiful, new, cleansed, filtered water. This, oh, so good on every level. It's stable. It's like it's this beautiful, energetic light just filling our whole heart center, actually healing the walls around the heart, actually remodeling, cleansing in a way that it's just so pure, creating this world of love, of gratitude, of appreciation in such a beautiful, clear state. And allow this to move all the way down the arms, into the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the forearms, each little finger starting to glow green. And imagine these colors in this fish tank, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, and all of these lower energy centers just filling in such a beautiful way with this clean filtered water, the filters catching absolutely everything that will not serve you, coming forward this year into true manifestation energy of where you're consciously creating, allowing that effort to be received, allowing that effort to be exuded. No conditions, feeling free, feeling clear, we're going to allow this fish tank filter to start to turn into this blue water creation as our throat chakra starts to cleanse and heal. As our throat chakra starts to get some of this beautiful, cleaned, filtered water. All of the things that we haven't said, all of the things that we feel safer saying now. Removing any negativity, removing any ill harm, removing anything that's not serving us in words to ourselves. And to being able to see that positive, allowing that negativity to just get stuck in the fish filter. And allow that positivity to simply just move through as we allow it to coat our throat, our jaw, our ears. Allow it to shift up to your nose, take over your face, the back of the head, just feeling this beautiful blue, imagining the color if it would come through all filtered, cleaned, cleared, transmuted, reset, recalibrated to the timelines you're meant to be on, letting the things go that we're no longer, letting go gossip, letting go negative talk, especially about ourselves. Just letting it all go, just not having a place for it in your fish tank anymore. In this beautiful, calibrated, balanced, bacterial, fungal, everything is just exactly where it needs to be. Allowing this to incorporate into every cell of our body, healing any illnesses, purging any things that aren't settling in on the frequency of love, creation, of gratitude. And allowing this to move up into the third eye, into this beautiful indigo color, a purple like you've never seen before coming out of this fish tank. Maybe a little different going in, coming in, sucked up through the filter. As some of this darkness stays in that filter, I want you to imagine the light that's being blasted up into the third eye. And just notice that it feels like your head is getting light and almost exploding with light, where this energy is just expanding, getting bigger, expanding this crown, expanding your third eye, allowing you to see, feel, hear, connect with spirit on such a level that you've never felt this before. Imagine that spreading all the way up to the top of your head like a flower unfolding its petals, like it's opening up, like it's creating expansion in and behind your brain, in all the cells of the brain, filtering through this gorgeous purple light that's turning white. It's so bright and it's so connected. And imagine this light actually connecting up into the stars, into the new moon energy. Imagine this light getting bigger and expanding your whole light body right now. Imagine all these colors coming together in the most beautiful way, cleaning, clearing, transmuting, resetting, opening, recalibrating, renewing all of the energy centers in the most gorgeous way. And as we step into this expansiveness, allowing this energy to just be created in our body, this beautiful filtered light, I want you to imagine this fish filter still working. And imagine a serpent that was coiled up underneath all the sludge. And as this filter has been doing its work, this serpent that was literally coiled in and around your tailbone is starting to be able to dislodge. It's starting to be able to move up and slither and uncoil and release up through your spine. Imagine it being able to move up every vertebrae of your back, coming all the way up from the sacrum, right down from the bottom of your tailbone. The tail is down there. Imagine it finally being able to stretch through, almost like a baby being born. This serpent being able to travel up the energetic channel of your spine through this gorgeous filtered light, It's just moving up through your spine. It may be going at a very slow speed. It may be shooting up. But imagine allowing it to come through and notice any discomfort, notice any pain. Send some breath there, send the color, send the water through the filter that needs to be sent through if it's in and around that low back right now. Just above the belly button, we want to send some nice yellow, green type light through that filter. You have control over this. You have the power to open this channel up. And allow yourself to imagine this serpent just moving through your spine, creating this support, believing that the universe has your back. This energetic movement happening is finally going to allow you to become, to see, to feel your true spiritual journey, your true highest version of yourself. Completely unlocked from patterns, completely unlocked from cosmic pull. Just connecting as you feel that energy start to go up to the top of your head and literally shoot out, connecting directly into that new, beautiful lunar moon, that beautiful new energy of manifestation of whatever it is you want to create. And I want you to imagine seeing this truest, highest version of yourself in this energetic light form. And spend a moment consciously creating some seeds to plant into your heart, into your heart's chamber, into your soul's chamber, those things that you're really ready to create this year. If it's living to your absolute maximum potential, embracing what that all entails, treating yourself right, finally feeling ready to make these changes, to nourish yourself, truly leaving self-sabotage behind, letting that fish filter all that out. All of those unhealthy ways where we kept ourselves safe before, knowing it was for reasons, knowing it was because of our teachings, knowing it was because of our patterns that kept us safe, kept us belonging, kept us loved. But understanding now that this love, this creation, this new life that we've been asking for, this new higher version of ourselves that we've been calling to be meeting, that's been calling down to be meeting us, knowing that if we raise our vibration, we will meet it. It is not going to lower its vibration down. And imagine that vibration, that frequency, that channel that you are ready to tune into. Did you know that you just have to set the dial to the station that you want? The antenna is inside of you, that receptor is there. And with this energy that's flowing right now, you can actually choose the reception that you want to get. You can choose the station that you want to tune to. This light is shining so bright, this clear crystalline water, this plasma that's flowing through your body, this energy that's awakened, this serpent that's climbing. Notice those energy centers that are cleaning and clearing right now. I can feel it in the throat. I can feel stuff moving. It's absolutely beautiful. Just allowing all of this to happen in the body, noticing what's going on in your body right now. Connecting with your breath, taking a nice deep breath out, taking a nice deep breath in. I want you to really focus right now on some of these creations that you want to make happen this year. This higher version of yourself that you're ready to meet this year. This higher version of yourself that's been calling you, that's been ready to be met for so long now. It's all in divine timing. You've come through these lessons now at this exact point to be able to move forward finally into this beautiful new manifestation of a year, where you're no longer going to be consciously creating something that you don't want. You're really going to be consciously creating what we do want. We're going to be setting up, and imagine in your mind for just a moment what it would look like if you were literally gridding the earth with your true manifestations. And I want you to imagine either putting some little golden threads down, some little matrices, some little pixels, and get into some of those beautiful thoughts, those creations that you want to make, and allow them to collect other thoughts. Allow them to build the gravity to grow. You're so close. Keeping in mind these things that have been coming into your field that you just are so clear on now that you do want. Whether it be happiness, whether it be joy, whether it be connections, sunshine, heat, love, gratitude, balance, movement, feeling good, feeling healthy. Allow yourself to grid in to the earth. You are an earth gridder. You are a crystal gridder. We just don't realize we've been actually gridding all sorts of stuff. Gridding stuff all over the place. We're going to clean and clear some of those grids right now. We're going to recalibrate them with our energy centers being completely clear. Imagine these beautiful colors flowing through your body in a brand new way. And just take a moment to be very clear on these intentions that you're going to have under this new moon energy. And I want you to imagine that in your hands you have a variety of little seeds. And when you know exactly what kind of seeds you're planting, they have no choice but to be those trees. So take a few of the emotions that you want to consciously create. Take a few of the intentions that you want to consciously create. And if you don't know what those are, ask for help from the superconscious field to help you create these right now. Ask, what kind of seeds do I want to plant? They may be of joy. They may be of love. They may be of healing and really connecting. Take these seeds in your hands and bring them to your heart. And we're going to literally allow those seeds to implant into our heart space. Like you're just pressing them into that beautiful green energy field, like it's grass, like it's this beautiful meadow that you can just literally slide those seeds right into. And as you do, you feel the crystalline energy of the earth's grid grasp onto these seeds and start allowing those little roots to start shooting out from them already. Choose what it is that you want to create this year, meeting your higher self, being on this highest timeline and journey. Honoring yourself, honoring others. Living in that integrity and that authenticity that you know that you've been feeling yourself getting closer to. And I want you to just notice all of these energy centers starting to move and spin on their own, almost having this gorgeous, lifelike, rippling effect inside of your body. As we allow the energy to flow all the way up from the tailbone, Noticing now that that energy is moving up a little bit smoother through the back. It's not getting stuck on any areas. Moving through all of those colors. And as you breathe in, I want you to notice you can breathe in from the feet, drawing that water up towards the belly. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine that water, that beautiful color, pushing up through the top of your head and just starting to flow. We're going to take about 3 or 4 nice deep breaths as we imagine that filter just pumping the water up about midway through our body. And as we breathe out, it flowing up and through the top of our body until it's primed and it's flowing ever so smoothly. Allowing the breath to move through the channel of your body as the energy moves through as well, all the way from the bottom of the feet up to the middle of your body. And as you breathe out, blowing that out from the middle of the body all the way out to the top of the head. And as that pump is primed and primed, it's just starting to flow so freely that you can actually take that filter off of the sacrum. You can move it away. You can go and change the cartridges. You can go and let those old cartridges go back into the ethers. You can remove them. You can do whatever you like with them. You can package them up and bury them. You can send them away. You can put them in the garbage. You can burn them. You can do whatever you want to. It's like you have this self-sufficient system now, with the energy centers being able to handle anything that comes at them, filtering through in such a beautiful way, just tuning in to the energy flowing through your body. And whenever you need a little bit of a reset, to be getting back onto your highest version journey of yourself, you can just imagine the breath moving all the way up through the feet, through the pelvis, through the belly. And as you breathe out, allowing that pumping action to be moving all of the energy through your body, up out the top of your head and down into your system wherever it needs to be going. It's like you have this permanent filtered cleaner now in your body where nothing negative can get stuck in. It's just going to be this filtered viewpoint, this new clean version, this higher version of you, all through your DNA, all through your muscles, your ligaments, your organs, your systems, just resetting everything. And I want you to consciously thank these seeds for coming to you, for being planted, for thank your body, thank all of our ascended masters and spirit guides that stepped in to sort of help us with this beautiful meditation. Just notice the things that your body's doing. Sometimes your arms will move, you'll get twitches, gurgles, coughs, sneezes, pain in an area. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And when you're ready, you can just come on back. Take a nice deep receiving breath for all of that energy that was moving through. And you can also do a little bit of writing. I like with new moons to really set intentions on what it is I want to create. And when we ask to be connected to our higher versions of ourselves, we're shown things in ways that we could never imagine, even possible sometimes. So be excited when you wake up in the morning for the things that may come. Believe that you can really do this. Believe that you are capable of creating the worlds that you really want to create. In fact, you're being called to. day after day. It's just the old patterns that sort of kept us stuck in not really believing and not really thinking that we were even able to have it. And notice if you're feeling that energy start to pile up or magnetize in a way that isn't feeling good, it's all for contrast so that you can really see what your higher self is calling you to, what your higher self is calling you for. And we all came on this journey because we felt that calling. And it's going to keep calling, and it's going to keep calling just like it has since we were children. We're just in this position and in this state now that we've done this work, that we're ready for this to truly manifest. Now, if we can stay with that and believe that it is meant to be and allow that gravity to build that world, instead of letting that energy shift off or veer off, if we can just pull it back, keep creating those worlds. Even if we get a little step off, we can get back on and keep creating that world that we know that we're meant to create. It's truly there for us. Oh, I went a little over time. I am apologizing now for being a little bit over time, but I felt called to just be able to stay in that meditation for a few minutes and really do some conscious creation with those seeds that we're planting. Thanks, guys. I love the messages. Oh, it's a big day, and tomorrow is really a chance to embrace this. So do some writing, connect with yourself, even spend some time by yourself internally. Allow this energy to move through your body. Some neat stuff will happen. I know as I've been preparing for this, it's like you'll even find yourself going to the washroom a little bit more. You'll find things are weird and kind of happening exactly for this reason. So I always love after the meditations when people shoot me messages and tell me all the funky things that are happening that are just so cool and so fitting with the meditation that we did. So please do light up my inbox and let me know how you guys are doing with this. And for now, I'm going to stop streaming. So thank you, Facebook World. It was absolutely lovely. I'll pop on for messages right away and check in on